Hey everyone, Rick here, and I got a few packages in the mail that I thought I'd unbox just to give you my thoughts, and if you're interested in any of this, maybe take a look yourselves on the corresponding websites. So first, we have a couple fat mats from TableWar. So these are going to be 3x3 and a 6x4 terrain mat that you can use for role playing or miniature tabletop war games. So this is how they come packed. Now, since I ordered two mats from them, they actually bound them together, which may have saved on shipping potentially. I'm not sure. But they also, which is kind of neat, identify which mats they are right on the outside of the packaging. So I got a 6x4 Grassy Plains 2, and this one, which you can't really see because it's kind of scuffed up, is a double-sided 3x3. One half of it is a Cobblestone town mat, and the other is a dungeon floor. So give me just a second. I'll be right back with them unboxed. All right, and we are back. So the boxes have been removed, and then this is how the mats come, which is just fantastic. Super handy to have travel packs, so you can easily carry your mats wherever you want to go. Again, that's a 6x4 and a 3x3, and also these tags to identify them, so you can see that is the Grassy Plain. So if you have a collection of these, it's just so nice to have the tags that you can quickly identify which one it is. Again, that is the double-sided. And on both of these tags, you'll have name and contact information, so you can write that down if you're at a convention or something. No, don't want to lose these for sure. So that is them in the package. Let's actually unzip these and get them out of here. Just to take a quick peek, this is what they will look like inside of here. It is bound, probably just for shipping purposes, with some plastic. But we'll get that off of there, and I'll be right back. All right, and we are back with the 6x4 Grassy Plains 2 mat out of the bag. Maybe if I get on this side of the windows, it'll be less glary. But so that is what it looks like. Now the light is really washing this out, unfortunately, but if you were here in person, there is just so much detail, the micro detail that they can get in these mats is just spectacular. So this table is shy by a little bit of 6x4, so you can see that it is draping down the edges of the table. They do have their TableWar logo there, and then just some figures. Those are Games Workshop Warhammer Fantasy Great Swords for the Empire, and a tree by Custom Kingdoms. So just to show you how the scale of the imagery on the mat looks with some terrain on it, it just looks fantastic. But that is the 6x4 Grassy Plains 2 fat mat from TableWar. Give me just a moment and we will take a look at the double-sided mat. All right, we are back. This is the 3x3 double-sided mat. This is my first ever double-sided mat. So with these mats as well, if you're unfamiliar, it's kind of a mouse pad material. Normally the underside of a single-sided mat is more like this, so you'll recognize that kind of a grittier, it'll stay put on the table surface with the graphic on the other side. So with these double-sided mats, the imagery is on both sides, which is just fantastic. You can flip it over just as long as you don't want to use both sides at once. That would be the only drawback. This one must have been rolled up for a while. You can see it still has some kind of a curvature to it. It was a bit worse, but I rolled it back the other way and it flattened it out pretty nicely, pretty quickly too. So a couple more times doing that and I'll have no worries that it'll lay completely flat. So this is the dungeon side. I have big plans for this. Keep an eye out for future videos, because there's some amazing terrain that'll go perfect with this kind of dungeon floor. But again, just to get up close, you can see this whole floor is kind of a stonework with some gritty, who knows what detailing within between the stones. And then again, just as kind of a scale example, these are 25, 28 millimeter figures I have no clue where the ones on the right came from, but the one on the left is Alternative Armies. And that is the dungeon side of this mat. Again, this is a 3x3. I'll just flip those out of here and we'll get a better look at the Cobblestone town side. So as you can see, at least on this side, the curvature of the mat is basically non-existent. So just roll it out a couple times if you find that that's your case. Roll it the opposite way, and that'll solve that pretty quickly. So I also brought out just a couple miniature building authority buildings just to give a sense of what some of this might look like on the tabletop. So we have just a bit of a scene here. So yeah, this mat is just excellent because you got kind of, some grass speckled through here. And we also have, obviously, the cobblestone streetways, kind of a market center. And the graphic just looks fantastic with 25, 28 millimeter figures. Obviously, you can use other scales. That would be perfectly fine. Just also a couple stats I wanted to throw at you as well. So this is, again, TableWar. I ordered this on August 13th, shipped out of California. They have web stores in the EU, US and Canada, other places as well. So shipping was only $25 for both mats. I received it on the 18th. So from the 13th to the 18th, 5 days is all it took to get both of these mats to me. And the 3x3 was $65 US. And that's, again, the double-sided 3x3 was $65 US. The 6x4 was $75. So with 25 shipping, the total was $165 for both mats, shipped in 5 days. I couldn't be happier with these mats. I can't wait to get some games going. Again, this Cobblestone town mat just looks phenomenal with all of that little detailing. You could just take a look around this mat forever and you'd still find really cool new little details. And again, just as a reminder of what the gritty dungeon side looked like. Again, you can get these mats. Doesn't have to be double-sided. You could get just a single-sided mat with either of those graphics and in multiple different sizes. So check out TableWar. These are a couple of their fat mats. So as always, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and until next time.